I've been using the Hive for a couple of weeks based on the recommendations from Chris Corner. Here's my first part. You can check that out. And then now Beehiiv just dropped something amazing. They now have an MCP server, which is a modal context protocol server. We've been using APIs all day long. And if you weren't on their enterprise subscription, you couldn't have your AI agent interact with your newsletter remotely. And you know me, I build agents ready to hire, put them on agentrage.com so people can one-click hire them and then just have them do daily tasks or manage their business. So I want to get this newsletter publishing to a point where it's just automated. Every single day, it just works. No human in the loop, no decisions required. I'm Sonic Carriel and I run the Sonic Combinator. And if you're not familiar, join our Skool community. I'd be happy to help you run your business as well. But first, let's see how the metrics are doing on this newsletter since I launched. It's been a couple of weeks and it's a pretty manual process. I leverage make.com for majority of the work. Every day it runs, it goes and finds the latest AI articles, puts them into a nice little organized fashion, gives it to Gemini to put them into a summarized and digestible newsletter, puts jokes, interactive prompts, all of my call to actions, and then pushes that into a Google Doc for me to copy paste. That's where the manual process comes into play inside Beehiiv. And then I add advertisements and then I hit send. And so far it's been working. I have a 36% open rate, a 4% click-through rate, and a very low unsubscribe rate, which is great. Here are all the links that somebody would have clicked within that newsletter. And you can see some of these are advertisements that Beehiiv offers them up to you, and you just plug them into your newsletter as you're hitting send. So whenever somebody clicks on any one of the advertisements in my newsletter, I immediately get $1.50 to $2, and that can add up really quickly. And out of the few newsletters that I've sent, look at this open rate. The best rate right here, 42, let's call it, almost 43% open rate, is agentrage.com, the version 2 that I launched. Because what I'm doing is taking all of the agents, putting them into a Docker container that's hosted on the cloud, but basically it's just one click ready to use agent that you can hire immediately. You can come over here and just like Fiverr or Upwork, interview them, ask them questions. Hey, what do you do? How much do you cost? And it shows all of their capabilities. Like I can read Gmails, I can check your calendar, I look at all your docs, can do web searches for you, create Google Sheets and slides and give you a daily briefing. But anyway, that was the #1 hit right here. I just can't dedicate the time to copy and paste a newsletter every single day. It just becomes too tedious, and over time, you can't expect somebody to do that consistently throughout the year. So I've been toying with Claude Code, Playwright, and some of these browser extensions to automate from the user interface, actually logging into Beehiiv and then manipulating the buttons to launch my newsletter. But that always runs into some kind of an issue with either multi-factor authentication or Beehiiv recognizing that this is a bot and just blocking the connection all in all. And that's no way to run a newsletter. So today I got an email from Beehiiv asking if I'd like to be part of the beta program for their MCP that they just launched. Basically, I can plug in my Claude into Beehiiv's MCP, and then that MCP can just manage everything within Beehiiv. Now, currently they only allow read only, which means I can pull stats and metrics, so I can test it out today. And then in the next month, and then in the next few weeks, they're going to launch a write capability. And that's going to give me exactly the feature that I need. And once I build it, you bet yourself I'm going to wrap it up, Dockerize it, stick it on the cloud, and then offer a newsletter. We'll call it Journalist AI or something like that, for you to come hire that and then run your own newsletter. And so here's the email I got. Hi, I'm Jake from State Farm. Here's my MCP feature. We're in phase 1, you can read only. In phase 2, you can be writing, which is going to be amazing. Jump into my Slack community. They called it Community MCP. I don't know if that was a placeholder. It's actually called Hive. You can leave feedback. I'm happy to participate. And to set it up, you can follow these instructions. Great. Okay, so they say to go to settings, connectors. Let's try settings. And searching through this, it's just not here. So backup option, I'm just going to tell Claude to go ahead and do this. Copy the instructions right here, including what do you get access to. Tell Claude what I'm trying to do and hit enter. So Claude did an analysis on the version 1 MCP that's released right now and said that's basically the same stuff. That's exactly the same level of access that I already have through the REST API. So there's no benefit for me to implement the MCP just yet. But when the version 2 comes out and we can write to the newsletter, that's when we can replace things like Playwright, where I was talking about we go through the browser to go edit the newsletter. And if we can replace that, then we're golden. And Claude is so amazing, it even offers to keep an eye out for this version 2. I'll say, yes, keep an eye out, and Tails can let me know when it's released. Now, I suspect I'm going to get an email from Beehiiv letting me know when V2 is released, but this is also going to act as a test for Tails to make sure that my assistant is paying attention. So now we have an active monitor here. So this will be a task for Tails to accomplish every day, check at noon, whether or not we have the V. And that took approximately 859,000 tokens to accomplish at approximately 9 cents. The other thing I wanted to mention is our newsletter is officially generating revenue. So this is a legitimate business. If you haven't started your newsletter already, check my link in the description, click on it, you get a whole bunch of freebies, and also jump in my Skool community so I can show you exactly what I'm doing launching this newsletter. And when my 100% automation is available, right now it's like 90%, but when the 100% is available, I'll make that available to you as well. So make sure you like and subscribe as we take the Sonic Combinator newsletter to new heights, and then ultimately share it with you on agentrage.com so you can launch your own newsletter in a completely autonomous way. Stay tuned. If you want to do this yourself and you just need a little bit of help, join my Skool community, use my high-level affiliate link, and I will help you. Revenue that I generate from that, 20% of it goes into paid ads, and the leads, I share them with my community. With my affiliate link, you get a 30-day extended trial plus a bootcamp that you can go through. I have a 15-part course that gets you from initial idea all the way to operational agency. You'll get hundreds of pre-built AI agents ready to go, workflows, automations, website templates. I also have 40 plus businesses and marketing courses that you can then sell to your members. I'm heavily involved in my community. I join 7 days a week so you can have one-on-ones with me where we can build things, we can do think tanks and come up with business ideas. You can even join my businesses where I show you what I'm doing day in and day out. Everything is completely free until I get to maximum capacity. Join now.